bundled up like that. February 2nd is the Super Bowl, and that's where the Bucs open today. We'll take a look at what their forecast is like for the Meadowlands coming up, but also want to take a look outside. And we'll go into the tropics here in just a bit, but I wanted to show you how things are lining up traffic-wise. We do the traffic and weather together all week, so on the weekends we'll approximate it as well. Not much traffic, but we are seeing the skies lighten up, and out here on the water things are nice and clear across Tampa Bay. Other side, let's go ahead and check, and we see that, got some flicker-flacker down here on 275. A little bit of an accident off to the side, but everybody is getting by okay. So let's just go ahead and take a look right now into our weather scene. And we've got drier air moving in locally, which means that our rain chances are going to drop this weekend. However, we are still keeping an eye on the tropics as the tropics start to heat up at this time of year. And it's because as we get into September, we see more named storms than any other time of the hurricane season. So we really are kind of hitting that peak right now. Actually, the peak date is the 10th of September. And right now we're watching a pretty vigorous wave coming off the African coast. Good chance of that developing. Right now the National Hurricane Center paints that 50% red circle around that, showing that there may be some more development, maybe about a 10 to 20% chance of development over here with another tropical wave that is moving right now through the Atlantic toward the Caribbean. Further into the Caribbean, things looking pretty clear. And aside from that wave that has now moved in through Mexico, things are clear across the Gulf of Mexico as well. On our Titan Doppler radar scan, we start off in Clearwater this morning, in Clearwater Beach, all the way up in toward Sand Keys, looking very nice and clear. And very nice across the entire west coast of Florida. Nothing showing up as far as rain right now. From Tampa back in through Lakeland. Some showers along the east coast, but they are not going to make their way over here. As a matter of fact, mostly dry conditions with the atmosphere drying out very nicely, and temperatures mostly in the 70s. 76 right now in Hudson, 74 for Sarasota, Lakeland with 72 degrees. We've also got 72 in Riverview, but Brooksville starting off at 69, so we're starting to see those temperatures a little bit cooler in some of our lower lying areas. Largo at 75, 76 for Bradenton, and into the metro we see an 80-degree reading in St. Petersburg, 75 right now in Tarpon Springs and Tampa. High pressure coming in across the southeast is starting to make its way toward us, so that's the drier air that's filtering in, especially prevalent across the northern parts of the state yesterday as things dried out very nicely, and you will continue to see that today. Maybe a few stray showers right here along the east coast that will gradually work off to the west later on. But because of the drier air in the atmosphere, not just at the surface, but also into the mid and upper levels, we're just not going to have enough atmospheric shenanigans out there that we can get the rain going. So we're going to look for mostly clear skies and a beautiful sunset this evening. Told you we'd look into that weather up in New Jersey, and we see that it's going to be a decent day. Plenty of sunshine for the Bucs and Jets up there at MetLife Stadium. Kickoff time is 1 o'clock. Expecting a few clouds around 77 degrees. Winds out of the northwest there at about maybe 10 to 15 miles per hour. And perhaps, I don't know, I'm going to be optimistic. A Bucs win by the time they wrap things up. 79 degrees will be that temperature by about 4 o'clock this afternoon in New Jersey. Winds out of the north and east for boaters today who may be listening to the game out on the water. Light chop, 1 to 2 foot seas, a great day for boating, but don't forget that sun sauce, your UV index in the extreme category once again at a 10. Low tide is at 10:28 this morning. That's going to be the best time to head out and pick up some of those great looking shells along those Bay Area beaches. High tide at 4:53, and the sun will set just about 3 hours after that. Sunrise this morning ought to be beautiful as well as we start to tip those temperatures toward 91 degrees. Only about a 20% chance of showers today. We will slightly increase that as we begin to work into the work week. But